Anyway, I'm going to give this a try now and let you know how it tastes. Oh yeah, that's really nice. It's smooth and it's creamy, and it's definitely got flavour, but then you get a big kick of spice right at the back of your throat. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Googie's Kitchen, and if you are new here then hello and welcome. My name's Alexis, and in today's video I want to share with you how to make my delicious chilli sauce. As I just mentioned, today I want to share with you how to make a really delicious chilli sauce. So this recipe is really easy to do, and this is a great sauce to have to hand. You can make this sauce in advance and store it in the freezer, and then all you have to do is take it out and defrost it, and you can add it to any kind of cooked meat. So you could add it to chicken, you could add it to pork, you could add it to beef, you could add it to turkey. It's really versatile, and it's also really delicious as well. So what I'm going to do is I have put a large pan onto a high heat, and I'm going to add oil to the base of that pan. Actually, I'm going to turn the heat down slightly, because I've noticed as I have a stainless steel pan, if I put it on a high heat it tends to get too hot, but on a medium heat it's absolutely fine. Medium to high heat, it still warms up, and it's still a good temperature to cook the food in as well. So I'm just going to leave this pan to heat up, but before I go, I just wanted to say that if you have enjoyed this video today and you'd like to see more, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you did really enjoy this video, then please feel free to give it a big thumbs up. And if you have any questions or any comments, then please feel free to leave those in the comments section below. Everything like that really helps me out, and I would really appreciate it. So as I said, I'm just going to leave this pan to heat up. The pan is getting nice and hot now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one onion that I've just simply peeled, sliced and diced to the base of the pan like so. And I'm going to fry this onion until it starts to soften and go a lovely golden brown colour. It should take about 2 to 3 minutes, I'd say, for that to happen. So as I said, I'm just going to cook the onion until it starts to soften and go golden brown. The onion has started to go a lovely golden brown colour. It's just starting to turn now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in 2 cloves of garlic. So I've just simply peeled and sliced 2 cloves of garlic. It doesn't have to be an exact science. It doesn't need to be exactly chopped or anything like that. Just sliced roughly is fine. We are going to be blending all of these ingredients together at the end, so it doesn't need necessarily to look exactly pretty or anything. And I'm just frying this garlic now until it starts to go a lovely golden brown colour, and I'm starting to smell it as well. It doesn't take long for garlic to go golden brown, and you don't want it burnt either, because burnt garlic is a bit nasty, so you just want to keep moving that around. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in 1 red pepper. So I've got 1 pepper that I just simply sliced the top from, removed the core and the stalk, and then sliced and diced the flesh. And I'm just going to pop that in as well. And I'm going to fry this now until it's softened. It will take a little while for it to soften, but it will eventually soften, so do persevere. You don't need to chop this as an exact science either, because as I said, we're going to be blending all of the ingredients together at the end. So I'm just going to continue to fry the red pepper until this starts to soften. Pepper has started to soften ever so slightly, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in 1 courgette that I've peeled and grated, and I'm just going to pop that into the bottom of the pan. Now the reason I've grated the courgette, as I say in most of my videos, if you do watch my videos you'll know, is because it cooks a lot quicker when it's grated. I have tried to grate peppers, but I'm not very good at that, I have to say. But anything like carrots or courgettes grated tend to cook a lot quicker when you add them to the pan. So I like to do that, as it makes my life a lot easier and I don't have to stand cooking courgettes all the time. However, if you haven't got a grater or you wanted to just chop them up, then you could. That's perfectly okay. I would suggest trying to do it in small bits, but if you can't, then don't worry. You'll probably just have to stand at the stove a little bit longer, but that's not going to hurt anybody, is it? So I'm just frying these now, and I'm going to go and get some tinned tomatoes now. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to get my herbs and spices. So in this bowl here, I have 1 teaspoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of ground coriander, 1 teaspoon of ground ginger, 1 teaspoon of ground sweet cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of oregano and 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. All of those ingredients will be in the recipe below, I promise. And I'm just going to add those to my mix of vegetables, and I'm going to stir those round now until everything is well mixed together. And then, oh, that smells really good now. And then I'm going to add the tinned tomatoes as well. And I've forgotten to get my chicken stock out of the fridge, so I'm going to go and grab the chicken stock. I won't be a sec. So I've got about 200 mils of chicken stock. You can use vegetable stock if you want to, or you could use, what else could you use? You could use bone broth as well. If you are using vegetable stock, then this could be used as a vegan or vegetarian sauce as well. So you could have this with beans, lentils, chickpeas as well. Tofu would be quite nice with this sauce as well. All of the sauces that I'm making this week, or I have made this week, would also go really well with any of those beans and lentils and things as well. So I'm just going to let this come to the boil. But before I do, I'm going to add in a tablespoon of tamari. Tamari is fermented soya sauce. It's fermented for longer than normal soya sauce, and it makes it gluten-free. That's why I like to use it. I have a slight intolerance to gluten, so I always need to use gluten-free products. And then I also going to add some tomato puree as well. So I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of tomato puree to that, like so. And then of course, and for those of you who watch my videos, you'll know I always forget the salt and pepper, but this time I've remembered it. Yay! So I've got some salt and pepper, so I just added a little bit of pepper and a little bit of salt. Salt and pepper to your taste. You don't have to add them if you don't want to. And now what I'm going to do is just stir those, and I'm going to bring that sauce to the boil. And so I'm going to turn the heat up, and then I'll turn it down and leave it to simmer. So the sauce has come to the boil, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this down to a medium heat, and I'm going to leave it to simmer until all of the juices have absorbed into the vegetables in the pan. And that's why I like to call jammy. So when the liquid looks as though it's turned jammy, that's when it's done, basically. So yes, as I said, I'm just going to leave this to simmer until it turns jammy. The sauce has been on the hob for a good 20 minutes. So I'm just pulling back the spoon there, and as you can see, there's not much liquid coming from the vegetables. So this is what I like to call jammy. So that is nice and jammy, that sauce. So I'm going to turn the heat off. I'm going to remove the saucepan, and I'm going to leave it to cool. I've left the sauce to cool for a good half an hour, and now, as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be blending all of these ingredients together, trying not to get any splashback on my t-shirt. At least I'm not wearing a white t-shirt today with a red sauce. I've done that in a couple of these videos where I've worn a white t-shirt and I've got splashback on it. It's so annoying on a white t-shirt as well. But anyway, I'm not wearing one today, thank goodness. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend these ingredients together until they're smooth. Blended all of these ingredients together until they are smooth, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this back into the saucepan, and then we will be using this later on with some minced beef, and I'll turn this into a proper chilli and have some rice and obviously some guacamole and all that jazz that goes with it. But for now I'm just going to leave this sauce here So I've done this. As I said, you can freeze this sauce as well. So you could make a big batch of this and freeze it in separate containers for your freezer. Then if you do freeze it in separate containers, all you have to do is take it out of the freezer, defrost it, cook off some meat or some beans or some legumes or anything like that, and then just add the sauce to it and have rice or pasta with it, even if you wanted to. I know that's a bit controversial to so many people, but I do actually enjoy this sauce with pasta as well. So anyway, I'm going to give this a try now and let you know how it tastes. Oh yeah, that's really nice. It's smooth and it's creamy, and it's definitely got flavour, but then you get a big kick of spice right at the back of your throat, which is lovely. So yes, I'm really looking forward to having this with my dinner later. That's how you make my delicious chilli sauce, and that recipe I will link in the description box below for you. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to be having this for our dinner this evening, and it smells and tastes so good, I can't wait. So for now, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!